Wake up, lock in, move forward. This is Men's Morning Motivation. Let's get to it.
And welcome back, guys. This is Men's Morning Motivation. This is episode 28. Discomfort is a compass. Last episode, guys, we exposed comfort as a cage. Today, we turn that insight into a tool. Discomfort isn't just something to endure. Discomfort is a compass. It points the way. It reveals the work. It highlights the path most won't walk and exactly where you must. This is a natural progression. First, you recognize the prison. Then, you find the way out. First, you see comfort exactly for what it is. Then, you use discomfort for what it offers: a direction, a signal, a pathway forward when everyone else is standing still. Most people run from discomfort. They treat it like a stop sign. Pain must be wrong. Fear must turn around. Uncertainty must be a bad idea. Wrong. Discomfort doesn't always mean you're off course. Sometimes it means you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Here's the thing though: growth is always uncomfortable, transformation is always disorienting, and expansion is always unfamiliar. The presence of discomfort doesn't mean you're failing, it means you're forging. Think about it. Everything worthwhile you've ever done involved discomfort. Learning to walk? Discomfort. Learning to speak? Discomfort. Building a skill? Discomfort. Finding your voice? Discomfort. Just those four alone, I relate to so much. You guys wouldn't know it, but I'm very, very mute. I'm learning how to do these episodes better and better for you guys. I'm literally finding my voice. I had to relearn to walk not once, but twice after the age of 18. I wasn't in some car accident, it was just corrective surgeries. But all these aren't warning signs. All this discomfort is not a warning sign. These are waypoints, each one marking the path towards capability and not away from it. The modern lie is that discomfort is a malfunction, that pain is a system error. But your body, your instincts, your soul knows better. It knows that resistance is where growth happens, that tension is where strength develops. Here's the paradox of discomfort: the more you avoid it, the more of it you experience. But the more that you embrace it, the less power it has over you. Avoidance creates sensitivity. Engagement creates capacity. Every single time that you run from discomfort, you train your nervous system that it's unsafe, that it's intolerable, and that it's to be feared. But every time you lean into constructive discomfort, you train your nervous system that it's survivable, that it's workable, and that it's a pathway, not a prison. This is how men are forged, not by avoiding fires, but by walking and running through them. Not by escaping pressure, but by withstanding it. Not by numbing discomfort, but by normalizing it. Not all discomfort is created equal. Destructive discomfort is staying in a toxic job. Constructive discomfort is stepping into a new challenge. Destructive discomfort is tolerating a relationship that's completely rotting your soul. Constructive discomfort is having that hard conversation that sets you free. Destructive discomfort drains life. Constructive discomfort demands life. Learn to tell the difference, and believe me, you'll be able to feel the difference. One shrinks you, the other stretches you. One of these keeps you small, the other makes you expansive. One is chronic, unrelenting, and unchanging. The other is acute, purposeful, and transformative. This is critical. Destructive discomfort doesn't lead anywhere new. It's the same pain day after day with no evolution, no expansion, and no emergence. Constructive discomfort changes over time. Yesterday's edge becomes today's baseline. Last month's impossibility becomes this month's warm up. Your body keeps the score. It knows the difference between destructive and constructive discomfort before your mind can even begin to rationalize it. Destructive discomfort creates contraction, tightness, shutdown, a closing in of sorts. Constructive discomfort creates expansion, opening, awakening, a reaching out. Before your mind can even really begin to process it, you feel it. Where in your body does this discomfort register? What's the quality of the sensation? Does it feel like deadening or awakening? Does it feel like restriction or liberation? Your body will tell you what your mind often obscures, whether this discomfort is taking you towards growth or keeping you from it. This isn't mysticism. This is neurobiology. This is how your nervous system processes threat versus opportunity. Learn to read your body's signals. When discomfort hits, and it will, ask, is this discomfort from staying small or from stretching bigger? Is this discomfort degrading my dignity or developing my discipline? Is this discomfort keeping me stuck or calling me higher? If it's destructive, simply eliminate it. If it's constructive, lean into it. Pain is information. Discomfort is direction. Most men numb out completely whenever it starts to get uncomfortable. They binge watch, they distract themselves, and they sedate. Very, very few sit with it. Fewer still listen to it. Almost none follow where it leads. But that is where you and I are different. We will. Because we understand what most men don't. Discomfort isn't just an unpleasant sensation. It's intelligence. It's guidance. It's your evolutionary capacity for growth speaking through your nervous system. The wisdom is in the wound. The direction is in the discomfort. Here's the truth about your discomfort compass. It needs calibration. If you spent years, decades even, avoiding discomfort, your compass is going to be hypersensitive at first. It will read every minor challenge as a major threat, every small disruption as a disaster. This isn't a flaw. This is just reality. Calibration comes through exposure, through gradually increasing your capacity to distinguish between discomfort that's truly harmful, discomfort that's merely unfamiliar, and discomfort that's actually beneficial. Start small. Like building any muscle, you don't go from nothing to squatting 400 pounds. You progress, you increment, and you quarter turn into greater capacity. Cold shower for 15 seconds. Difficult conversation for 5 minutes. Or a new environment for 30 minutes. Each exposure adjusts your compass. Make the readings more accurate. Make the directions more precise. Until the compass becomes intuitive, and until you know with bone deep certainty which discomfort leads to growth and which one leads to decay. So, I remember the first time that I actually said no to safe promotion at one of my former jobs. It was good money, The title was good, but there was dead end growth. It was so uncomfortable to walk away. My family didn't understand, and my friends questioned every choice. But that discomfort, it completely sharpened me into who I am today. And it forced me to build something instead of simply coasting and being comfortable. Following discomfort did not ruin me, it remade me. What I didn't expect was how that decision would recalibrate every single decision that followed. It wasn't just about saying no to one opportunity, it was about saying yes to a new standard. There was so much uncertainty, so much second guessing, and so much financial pressure. But on the other side of things, I finally had a level of certainty that I never thought I would experience. Not because this path was clearer, but because I was clear. I knew what I wanted. I knew what I didn't. Discomfort hadn't just guided one decision, it completely recalibrated my entire decision making compass. Leaders go first. Leaders move toward what others tend to avoid. This isn't just about personal growth, it's about your capacity to lead others in your family, in your work, and in your community. When you demonstrate a healthy relationship with discomfort, when you move toward constructive challenge instead of away from it, you create permission for others to do the same. This is how cultures change. This is how teams transform. And this is how families evolve. Not through theory, not through talk, through lived example. When your wife sees you're having the hard conversation you typically avoid. When your team sees you stepping into the challenges you typically delegate. And when your children see you embracing the growth you normally sidestep. You're not just changing your life, you're changing the relationship with discomfort too. This is quiet leadership, leadership by example, leadership that transforms without demanding. This week, guys, I want you to pick one area where you're avoiding discomfort, where you know deep down that you should be moving toward the tension, not away from it. Then take one quarter step into it. Have that tough conversation, start that intimidating project, enter that new space, and cut off the dead weight. Let discomfort lead and let discomfort liberate. Don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze it. Simply trust the compass. The quality of your discomfort will tell you if it's the right direction. The deeper sense of alignment, even in the midst of challenge, will confirm your course. Guys, we were never meant to float in simply lukewarm water. We were built to forge through the fire. Comfort is a cage. Discomfort is a compass. Follow it. You won't just find new results, you'll find a new you. I've seen it personally. Sharper, stronger, and some could even say saner. This isn't masochism. This isn't punishment. This is precision, and this is purpose. This is recognizing that the path to your potential is marked by resistance, not ease. That the way to your best self is through the fire, not around it. That the liberation you seek is not found in avoiding discomfort, but in using it as your most reliable guide. One quarter turn at a time. Sometimes the greatest act of self care is not comfort, it's courage. Let discomfort be your compass. Let resistance be your roadmap. Let challenge be your chariot. And just watch where it takes you. If this hit home, don't keep it to yourself. Send it to a brother who needs to hear it. You can find Men's Morning Motivation on Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9:30 a.m. EST. So make sure you hit follow, subscribe, just do what you gotta do. I appreciate your time. Wake up, lock in, move forward. This is Men's Morning Motivation.